Hello, welcome to the series of Dementia and Distress Behaviours. In my last video I talked about rummaging and hoarding, and I hope you found it useful and some suggestions that you can use. Today we're going to be talking about more common behaviours, particularly around repetitive behaviours. So let's take first repetitive behaviours such as repeating the same sentence over and over and over again, and I'll give you a couple of examples. First one I'll use is mum coming? When's mum coming? Is mum visiting? Now often a person will look for mum when they're in distress. Now, that doesn't mean that the person is actually asking you, is mum coming? When's mum coming? They're not really looking for mum. One of the things that I've heard in the past, and I don't really agree with it myself, is, if you said to somebody, well, Doris, that makes you 82, how old is that? Does that make your mother? Actually, it doesn't mean the mother's passed away. There is a possibility that mum could be slightly older and could be living in a care home. We have people living over 100 nowadays. Problem is, you can end up distressing somebody out. What you need to understand is this: when's mum coming? Is mum coming? Is you need to read beyond the words. Now those words might be, when's mum coming? Is mum coming? It actually means, for me, what's mum? My mother is my love, my affection. That's what they're looking for. They're not looking for mum. They're looking for somebody to say, you're okay, we love you, we'll care for you, we're here, we'll give you a hug. Other repetitive words might be, when can I go home? Can I go home? A typical person with dementia who goes into a care home will often say, when can I go home? Can I go home? In the first few days of actually being there. And sometimes they'll say it later on, months later. But really, they're not looking for home. What they're looking for is safety and security. When I enter my door and shut my door and I lock it, it's security from everybody else. I just want to know I'm safe, I'm secure. And the person with dementia is just asking you, am I safe? Am I secure? And that's what you need to provide. You need to let them know they're safe. You're looking after them and no harm's going to come to them. Other repetitive behaviours might be things like pacing. Now, as I said in one of the other videos, there is a thing called perseverating. Now, this means the person will do a lot of walking, a lot of pacing. Now, there's a reason sometimes why people pace, and that's because they get lost. That's what this perseverating is. They're stuck in a groove, can't find their way out. We need to help them move. So we have to try and direct them into an area where they feel that they're safe and, like I say, they can continue. Other things might be fidgeting. Obvious sign of fidgeting, I need the toilet. Now, as I said in the past video, is people with dementia often know what pain is, just can't relate where this pain is coming from. So imagine now, your bladder is saying to you, I need the toilet. Now, it doesn't say to you, I need the toilet, I want to go in a minute, 5 or 10 minutes. It tells you it wants to go now. And it radiates this pain from this area. Now, the person with dementia gets confused, don't know where this pain's coming from. But when they do sort of realise that maybe they need the toilet, it's often that they don't ask. Often they start using fidgets and bodily gestures. As I said before, 55% of what somebody does is body language. So somebody will, like say, fidget, they'll move around a lot, they'll start to wave their arms because they need to go to the toilet. If I use care homes, and like I said, I respect care homes, I've worked in care homes and NHS before for 40 years. When someone wants the toilet and they need it now, they want it now. Like I said, not in a minute, 5, 10 minutes, etc. And often, because people are busy in the sector, in the home, they'll often say, in a minute. In a minute doesn't work. What basically happens, a few things sort of in a cycle happens basically. And what happens really is that this person, the pain starts to generate. And the longer you take, the more frustrated this person gets. When they get frustrated, they then move into anger. When they get into anger, they then start to do behaviours that start to challenge. They start to scream, they start to shout, they start to wave their arms. And people often see it then as a negative that people are actually challenging. But what you need to understand is if you can't tell somebody you're going to take them now, don't tell them in a minute, because people will clock watch even though they might not understand it. What you need to say is, I cannot take you right now, but as soon as I've done this actual job that I'm doing, I will come and fetch you and I will take you to the toilet. That way they know that you're actually trying to do something and you will come back and help them. Thank you for watching again about common behaviours such as repetitive behaviours. I'll talk more about some more common behaviours tomorrow. As a reminder, if you would like the ebook free from us, just go on to www.endeavorcaretraining.co.uk, fill in the pop-up box with your name and your email, and we will send you the free copy. Thank you for watching.